Hi, hello everybody, this is ProductShard, and today I'm here with my first kind of video by myself rather than the intro one. But I am going to be looking at indie games mostly on this channel, as well as a little bit of other things, but this is going to be my main focus. And today, to start it off, we've got a demo of a game called Qora, as you can see, which has come out on Steam at the beginning of this month. And I like to look through the demos because some of them are actually really interesting. Like Teslagrad had a demo, I think it did. And that was probably one of my favourite games that I've played in a long, long time. I put so much time into it, but it was really good. And just the demos have led to some really cool games, so I like to check them out. And this one was exceptionally fun. It's a really cool concept, as you will see as we run through it. But one thing I've got to tell you is do not expect this to be like actiony, exciting. It's more of an experience as you sit and watch through it. I'm going to be doing a lot of talking to people in a town, and as you can see, the graphics aren't 100 like HD and stuff, but they're very, very nice. And as you go through, you will... I don't know, it's a cool game. So if you're prepared to look at how long this video is and sit there and just watch for that whole time, and not expect action but just an experience, then please stay, because it will be really, really cool. But we'll get into the game here. So we're sat, this is our house on the hill, and we're talking to the contractor. He says, well, again, it's great to finally have you settling into the town. My guy should be finished up with some of the final touches by this evening. If you want, there's a festival going on in town today. You can check it out while the house is being finished. I bet that by the time the whole thing is over, the house will be ready for you, and you should give a chance to meet the new neighbours and all the people in the town. In fact, while the boys finish up, I think I'll go into town myself. Give me a call tomorrow morning and see if anything we've missed or have any problems at all. Talk to you soon. So he was running off into the town. And then we're left to our own devices here, and we are this little character in the middle. As you can see, it's our house on the hill, and there's a path going up or something. And the only controls we have is up, down, when an exclamation mark comes up, and spacebar when other things happen. So I can press down here and sit on the bench and get back up. So while these people here, you can then talk to them. They're almost finished, nearly there. And we're just going to head into the town, as the guy said, to have a look at what the festival is. Oh, there is also this. There's something almost hypnotic about this statue. It's like it wants to say something to me. And yeah, there's lots of little bits of dialogue that we're going to have to look through, but some of them are really, really good. It's very cleverly written. So we're going to talk to this guy next to the truck. Welcome to the neighbourhood. I'm the only one around here who knows how to fix that stupid truck. But I'm learning, says Pronto Jr. Then, that's right, I'm teaching Junior here how to do his first oil change. Soon we'll have 2 mechanics in this old town. Actually, I want to be a figure skater when I grow up. Ha ha ha. We don't say that around strangers. So that's one of the neighbours. Then Bradalin. It's a nice house you got up there on the hill. Shame you built it on a hot spot for falling boulders. Young man and his family had a house there before you. Squashed flat along with his 14 children by a rock the size of a shopping mall. Just a fair warning, that's all. We've got Prickle. Welcome neighbour, glad to finally meet you. My wife's got me out here doing the laundry while the festival's going on in town. I used to always go listen to the local music, but now I'm stuck here with these stupid chores. Anyway, my wife knitted you this sweater as a housewarming gift. You received an ugly sweater. She's quite the knitter. That thing will keep you warm wherever you go. Really warm, like hot and itchy. So talking to people, we will gain, like, find items, which will assumingly, I don't know, come in useful later on. But there's this green guy up here. Glad to see a new face in town. You seem like a genuinely friendly person. I can tell from your appearance alone. I'm very good at that. Take this kid under the tree, for example. The way he's standing there, almost deathly still, head turned up to the sky. It's clear he's deep in thought, possibly contemplating the nature of the universe. Maybe the beauty of that tree was so moving he just had to stop and admire it. What a dreamer. So we'll go talk to the kid, see what he's doing. I threw my shoe up into the tree, and now it's stuck. So there's those two people. Well, hey there, neighbour. Nice to see you're making it around for introductions. If you ever need a nice home-cooked meal to warm your belly, just swing on by. I'll be hosting a little post-festival dinner on the patio tonight if you're around. I will warn you though, the steak might be a little tough to chew. My husband caught the armadillo yesterday evening, and it's clearly been through a lot of trauma. Oh, I can sit on a bench. I like the little things though. You go first. I'm not going until you go. It's not your choice, we already flipped a coin. That wasn't a coin, that was a cashew nut. Doesn't matter, it had two sides. But both sides were the same. I could tell the difference. Well, maybe that's why you won. And there's this guy up in his little house here. Hey newcomer, I've been watching the house come together and it looks great. You may wonder why I'm up here, alone, instead of celebrating joyfully at the festival. It's sadly due to a condition that I developed after years of mountain climbing. As opposed to the more common fear of heights, I'm actually a victim of the crippling fear that overwhelms me when I'm planted firmly on even ground. The fear has kept me from leaving the second floor of my house for 16 years. The saddest part of that is I would love to keep climbing mountains, but in order to do that I would have to first walk downstairs where my climbing gear is. Since my plight is seemingly hopeless, you might as well have the only piece of equipment I keep upstairs. And we got a pickaxe! Yay! That thing can come in handy around here, like to destroy boulders and stuff. So we're randomly just acquiring like items by talking to people and seeing some cool writing. And they are, if you don't like pixel graphics, then like there's something wrong with you, because this game looks beautiful. You must be new to town. There's one building. You're the one building the house on the hill there, aren't you? Well, you should have stopped for the bonfire after the festival. It'll be a blast. I'll be smoking my famous meat tonight. Well, it's not actually meat, but boy does it sure taste like it. I'm so excited for the bonfire tonight. My girlfriend's coming and I'm gonna kiss her. A lot of people make fun of her because she's so big and can't talk too well. I try and explain it's because of her disease, but no one listens to me. She was born with a thick coat of grey fur all over her body and dark leathery skin. I'm not sure if she's actually a gorilla? I don't know if that's what that's implying. I mean, I get why everybody thinks it's strange, but yeah. Look at the shadow in the water. Ah, it looks so nice. It's so smooth. That's why I like this game. Nice to meet you, friend. My unspoken job around here is taking care of all the plants and gardens in town. I suppose I just have a green thumb, always have. Truth is, I actually hate plants. I despise them. Their appearance simply angers me. This gift I have has been an absolute curse my entire life. Every night I have nightmares that I'm tending to somebody's flowers or trimming a shrub, but then I realise I'm not actually dreaming and that I'm actually doing those things in real life. Please help me. So he's an interesting character. Let's go have a look at these people. If hoof hot ha hala han have hit him heat he hope. I'm assuming they've put H on the beginning of all the words, but it makes me, it hurts my brain to try and say it. So I'm gonna leave it. Hey, look, sit on the seat. Deep, deep. More shadows. My expertise lies in playing this tiny little wooden box with pieces of metal on it. No one ever told me what it's called, but this exact one has been passed down my family for generations. Recently I learned how to build one from scratch, so I made a shiny new one for myself. If you want this old junky one, I'd be happy to lend it to you. And we got a kalimba! Now don't expect to become a master overnight. It takes extreme practice and natural ability to perfect this craft. However, if you would like to pick up the pace on your learning, I charge $1,000 per 15-minute lesson, if you're interested. Now this house over on the left is very cool. Let's see what this guy has to say. Great to meet you, neighbour. Our family is the poorest in the town by a long shot. So if you ever see my kids writhing around in the dirt by your house, don't mind them. We've convinced them that normal kids play that way, so they won't want toys. When they see that other children have fancy action figures and video games, we'll just tell them that those things are poisonous. We say that in a few years all those kids will be dead or will have some gross deformities. I guess eventually we'll have to think of an excuse as to why those kids are perfectly fine. Are you looking to adopt any children, by the way? Do you like my house? I see you've built quite a nice one there over there for yourself. Is yours completely green certified though? Because ours is. And did you get windows specialized to absorb solar energy and convert it into cooking oil for your kitchen? We did. And did you get that new thing just came out on the market? It takes all the water from the soil and turns it into life force energy that emits from the air vents in your living room. You can't breathe in too much of it at once, and I've started getting 24-hour migraines since we installed it. But I'm sure you couldn't afford one anyway, so let's go talk to his wife. Please don't talk to me. I hate my husband and my life. I also have an incredible migraine right now, so please go away. So he's doing well. If you press up, your guy stops, or down. It's weird. Since you're new to this town, there's something you should know. This place has many spirits, and people in this area have been here for over 1,000 years. This town alone has an ancestry that runs back to very ancient times, and the spirits of our ancestors roam these mountains still today. If you're going to be part of the community, you must honor these spirits. Take these incense and burn them in respect for the people of our past. If you decide not to honor our ancestors, they will haunt your soul for all eternity. I love watching the birdies, they make me happy. About a year ago I caught one and made him my pet. I named him Bungle, and would go out every morning to get fresh worms for him. He was the nicest birdie I ever saw. One day he bit my finger, so I fed him to my dog. Hey, we're in town now. These guys playing the nice music that's in the background. So there's a farm out here. Big windmill. Cow 1, moo! Horse 1, neigh! Horse 2, neigh! Cow 2, hosanna. I don't get that, but I assume it's meant to be funny. Are you new around here? All the produce you find in the market downtown is straight from this here farm. We also get our milk fresh from these 2 beautiful cows over there in the barn. Of course you need a good sturdy cutting tool to do just about anything around here. In fact, why don't you take this one? We've got $1 million in the shed, so we get a machete. You never know when that thing will come in handy. I mean, just about 2 hours ago I had to fend off a chicken coop from a bunch of snotty kids with it. Now that's one less meal I have to worry about for the pigs. It's a very dark town, but it's also very cool. I'm just going to carry on having a look around here. There's another statue. They all seem to be people praying. I wonder who they're praying to. Ooh, look. Big temple. The little birds. I like how smooth it is. It looks like there's an indentation on the palms of that statue's hands. Seems to be shaped like a diamond or jewel of some kind. Mysterious voice. Welcome, newcomer. I sense something in you, something hidden from even your own eyes. It is something that very few possess, and among them even fewer discover. A link between the world you know and the far distant realm exists within you. If you hadn't come here today, it may have lied dormant for the rest of your existence. Ooh, yay, we get to float. Behold the power of the gods gifted to man in those distant years of the past, still pulsing through the veins of the human spirit. Embrace this link between you two, the 2 realms, and you will find us beyond the forgotten land. We will be waiting for you. Hey. Now don't you feel different now that you've been empowered by gods? How cool is that? Still praying. So we're going to head back into town, see what's going on. See if anything's happened. And it's still playing. The village elder. Welcome, welcome all of you here today. Let's give a round of applause for all of our musical acts today. Beautiful clapping in the background there. I want to thank all of you for joining us in this year's Spirit Festival. 3,000 years ago, a group of nomads scoured these lands in search of fresh water when they stumbled upon the remains of an ancient temple. Built deep into the mountains, the voices of the gods still long past rung out through the temple's mighty halls. And so, they still stand today, even older and more mysterious than ever, before a reminder of the rich past these valleys are steeped in. So today I'm very sorry, but I have to end my presentation a little short. Please continue with the celebration. Oh, and also Mrs. Andrews has informed me that the long batch of cotton candy is almost gone, and grab some now before it's too late. Last batch of cotton candy. Look, the little village elves coming along. I know you may not understand what's just happened to you, but I could sense something from the moment you walked into town. I know you've been contacted by the strange voice, and I also spoke to them many years ago. You've been feeling a little different ever since you spoke with them, haven't you? They spoke of a link between our world and theirs. Let me show you that link. Press the spacebar. Do you see those beings floating above the town? Those are the spirits of the ancient civilization whose gods bestowed upon you the power to see into their world. The things of their world are never entirely clear to us, though what I have discovered through nearly a lifetime of peering through the divide is that their universe is made up of many of the fragments of the past. It's hard to decipher the meaning of these visions, as they are disconnected through time and space. However, I have learnt many things about our own world through the perspective of theirs. And now I believe it is your turn to discover these truths as well. There is a temple within the mountains that has existed for all time. I think it would be wise to go and explore it. Take this. I have a feeling you'll need it. Yay, we've got a golden idol. You'll know when you have to use it. So now we're going to go find this temple. Whenever this thing appears above our head, a little blue T, we can press space and have a look at what happened in the past, which is a nice little feature. You can go talk to all the people, but they say the same thing. The house, it's not quite done yet, so we can't go up there. We can press space and see what's going on. There's lots of little rabbits, and they just sit and they look at you, and then they disappear. Almost finished, nearly there. So you cannot say that this does not look nice. It's just so simple. Nice little river flowing down. Gonna head along, see what's down there. So they used to like wash their clothes here. There are kids playing about at the sides. Nice little trees with birds sat in them. Climb up and carry on our way. Now we've hit some hay or something, so we now need to use the machete. Cut it down. The little deer. Just eating away. The rabbit's disappeared into his little house. Oh, the deer's running away. Somebody's cart didn't get very far. I love that bit. Let's see what happened. So they used to have a little camp cooking something. Still seems very civilized. But that little bit of them all running in the shadows, or the reflection in the water, it's really cool. So we found a little traveller guy. It's been a long journey, my friend, but I'm almost there. The temple is just ahead and I'm finally going to step inside it. If you didn't know already, the temple is so old, it predates any of the ancient civilizations that used to live here. There is no record of how old it really is, but settlers from 1,000 years ago, or from 3,000 years ago, were talking about it as if they had just been around for ages, even back there. Strangest of all, in almost every ancient text from every past civilization, there are eyewitness accounts of spirits and divine interferences. They say that no one in recent times has ever managed to explore the full temple without disappearing. I think it's all a bunch of bull, so I'm going inside it. Inside to really see what this whole place is all about. Maybe I'll find some ghosts. Well, we're going in first, so... Unlucky traveller man. Let's hope he has a machete of his own. Because if he sits there too much longer, this will all grow back. Some crows, and as we move past, they'll track us. The prey they intend to kill. We can listen to these two people's conversation. I wish I could sit here with you every day, my love. Oh, Poohan, that's a really silly name. My prince, if only that was possible. If only your father wasn't the leader of a rebel army threatening to overthrow my father's kingdom. God, why must we be such star-crossed lovers, doomed to spend the rest of our young lives fighting only to be together? This feud between our families drives me to tears every night. Only until you arrive at my window, do I again feel a sense of peace return to my soul. Listen, my sweetest Grundalin? That can't be right. I probably not pronouncing it right, but Grundalin. If our love cannot blossom freely in this life, perhaps it can in another. Why? What do you mean? Well, does your mother still keep that bottle of rat poison under the kitchen sink? next to the dishwasher detergent? I suppose so. I don't see why she would have moved it at all. Alright, great. I've got another idea, so just hear me out on this one. I love how 3,000 years ago they had a dishwasher. It's a big cycle. Something like that. You never would have guessed it was a fountain, would you? It's really cool. Oh, I was pressing the 0 instead of right. More crows. Now the pickaxe comes in useful. To destroy some boulders. See, this is why you got to talk to everybody in the town, because if you don't, you've got to walk all the way back. And I don't think you can get back. There's like a ledge you can't jump down. Or maybe you have to get all the items before, like, the festival thing finishes, and the elder guy talks. Yeah, we'll just destroy this. Try and find our way to the temple. Aha, it's a ghost. Off he floats. There's lots of statues here. I guess this is it. Better look around before it gets too dark. Then we can watch something. All the people exploring the temple. Ancient ancestor number 1. What the hell is this place? I don't know. Looks like it's been around for quite a while though. Looks like some kind of temple to me. You know what, guys? I think it's actually a franchise. I swear I saw one of these back in that mountain range we went past a couple days ago. Oh, shut up. Yeah, get out of here, Jerry. You're as blind as a bat anyway. I didn't have the heart to tell you at the time, but that nude beach we passed through last week, that was just a colony of seals. What? But what about the beautiful girl I talked to for hours that day? It's really random. But it's really cool. We're going to head into the temple. Go away, Carol. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. That was Qora, and I think it's Qora. That's the demo so far. It had me intrigued, and it looks really nice. I personally really like the writing. I probably didn't display it very well talking and saying it myself, but hopefully you kind of understood why I liked it. And when this game does come out, I'll be trying to review it, I think. Oh, go away, Carol. Yeah, I'll probably review it and do more in-depth video on it because I really want to complete it and see what it's all about. So if you enjoyed, please let me know, and I will do more of this sort of stuff. And if you didn't, I'll probably do more of it anyway. But thank you guys for watching, and hopefully I will see you another time.